Good afternoon, everyone. It's Ben. I'm in my house, and it's Sunday afternoon, and I had a couple of good pickups to do, and I thought I would record some content. So, first up, this morning I went to my dad's house to help him move something, and on the way there was a yard sale. I happened to get a bunch of games for really cheap, so I'll show that off in a minute. Then also, I arranged a trade on Facebook Marketplace for a bunch of Nintendo Power issues for some of my doubles. So I think what we'll do is, for now, we'll show the stuff I'm trading away. A little bit later, I'll show the stuff I picked up this morning at that yard sale, and then I'll also show the stuff I'm acquiring in this trade. And then tomorrow, maybe I'll find some stuff. I might go to a store tomorrow. We'll see. So anyway, that's it, and you'll see more in a minute. So here's what's going out for trade. I'm trading all of these games. There's a couple below I'll show you in a minute. And I'm going to get back 18 Nintendo Power issues that I don't already have. So real quick, we have a copy of Final Fantasy VIII Green Label, a GameCube controller that's the cable's a little frayed, although I fixed it. Link's Crossbow Training, which I just picked up. Mario Brothers on NES, Ocarina of Time. 007 World Is Not Enough, Star Wars Shadows of the Empire, which I have like 3 copies of right now, so I'm really happy he's taking this. A copy of Smash Brothers Brawl on Wii, a copy of Final Fantasy XII on PS2, Mario Galaxy 2 on the Wii, and Nintendo Land on the Wii U, another one I'm happy to get rid of. So anyway, all that's going out. I'm getting in 18 issues of Nintendo Power, which should be in pretty good shape, which I'll show off in a little bit. So this is going to be a little cut off because I don't want to show all the addresses on the label, but we made the trade earlier and we got all of these Nintendo Power issues that we needed for the collection. It's Final Fantasy XII Revenant Wings, Lost Kingdoms on GameCube, NBA Courtside 2002, and everything here is in really good shape. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, Smash Bros. Melee, Luigi's Mansion. I guess this is the GameCube, just the inaugural issues. Looks a great cover on this one. Rogue Leader. Whoops, you don't want to see too much of the address. I guess it doesn't matter. It's probably not a current address. Mario Kart Super Circuit. Oracle of Seasons and Ages. Paper Mario. Spider-Man. I think. Yeah, I think this. Yeah, Spider-Man. I guess this is Hey You Pikachu, I think. Kirby 64, Army Men Air Combat, Pokemon Stadium, Yoshi's Story. Again, everything's in really nice shape. Diddy Kong Racing, and Mario Kart 64. And those were all the Nintendo Powers that we got today for that stack of games that were all doubles. So really happy to pull off that trade. And here's what we got for the yard sale yesterday. So, quick story about the yard sale. I was going to my dad's. I was helping him move an aquarium, and as I'm he lives pretty much in the country, and so when I was getting off the highway, I see that little red sign that says garage sale. It was like on a street that I recognized the name of because it was like across street from his road. And so I said, well, why not? Let's go see what's there. It was like 11 o'clock in the morning, so kind of late on a Sunday, but the weather was kind of blah. So I figured, well, worth a shot. It's in the middle of nowhere. Who knows it would even show up to this place. Let's see what we can find. So I pull up into the driveway. I walk in the garage, and I see a guy coming out with a big box of stuff. I said, hey, good morning, how's it going? And he said, hey, it's been quiet. Nobody's around here. I said, well, do you have any video games? I collect them. He says, well, right here in my hands here. I've got a box full of games. He says, I want like maybe $1 or $2 each. I don't really care. I just need to get rid of them. We're moving. I said, well, let me take a look. They had a whole bunch of stuff. So I sifted through these and paid $1 a piece. So the pile on the right, those are the ones I'm keeping. And the pile on the left are going to be for trade. So why don't we start with the trade ones? I either have these or they're better. I have maybe better condition ones or whatever. So you have Freak Style. This is kind of a cool game. ATV Off-Road Fury. I wasn't sure if I had that, so I got it. NCAA Football 06. I think this trades pretty well, so definitely want to get this. Jag and Daxter, I know I have. Soul Calibur 2. This trades pretty well. This I knew I had to get. Game Shark for PS2, I guess. I think this trades pretty well as well. Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock. Dead Space, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. So all of these, it might take a little bit of time, but all of these are definitely tradable. And for $1 each, I couldn't let them sit. It seemed like he was going to throw them out, to be honest. Here are the things I'm going to keep for the collection because I don't have them. This is like a Halo 3 limited edition, so I checked, everything's there. It's like a game disc as well as like a features disc and a book and all this other stuff. So pretty nice actually, and I have the Halo 4 Collector's Edition too, so pretty good, especially for $1, so I'm happy to add that. SSX Tricky, I couldn't believe I didn't have this on PS2. I guess I had it probably on Xbox and GameCube or something, but now I have all three on PS2. Tony Hawk Underground 2, this is great because I just got Tony Hawk Underground 1. Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelists of the Roses. I think I used to have this loose, and I was like saying to myself, I don't want it loose. I want to find it complete. So I sold it, but now I found it complete, $4. And SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. I did not own this. I know it's actually kind of trending a little bit right now because of the remake and speedrunners and all that stuff, but we added it to the collection. So anyway, yeah, so that's 16 games. I paid $16. Really great find. Next, I'm going to cut real quick, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about some stuff I found at retail. All right, we're back. Gonna change the plan a little on this video. So I showed you guys, so far I've shown you what we got in the stores. I've shown you the yard sale pickup, all sorts of stuff. But I found a cool deal this morning on Facebook for some, at first it was DS and 3DS games, but then the guy asked me if I would buy some other stuff from him as well, so I agreed to that. I'm on my lunch break right now. I'm gonna head over and pick it up real quick, and then we'll show it off a little bit later. So the other day we made a pickup, me and a buddy of mine. We were out shopping retail out in Western Maryland. I think I mentioned it earlier in the video. And I thought I'd go through and show you guys what we found. Yeah, so we picked up a lot of stuff. First I thought I'd show off the books that we've got. These came from two locations. One was 2nd and Charles, and then the other was like this little bookstore that we found. Just a random bookstore that sometimes has game books and things like that. From 2nd and Charles were these three: Nintendo Game Secrets Volume 2, Game Boy Secret Codes, and Ultimate Unauthorized Nintendo Classic Game Strategies. I think these were like $1 or $2 each, so I like this weird stuff, so I decided to add them to the collection. At the bookstore was this Eternal Champions Power Guide. I think that was $2. And then Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Strategy Guide. To be honest, I saw it was a little ripped up, so I wasn't sure if I wanted it, but I looked it up. It goes for a little bit, so I think I might try and trade this because, I mean, it's fine and all, but I don't really have space for it, and if I can recoup my costs, I think I'm going to do that. Same maybe with the Eternal Champions Guide, which is really nice, but I don't have a great fondness for this game, so I might try and just move them and pay for this lot. All right, let me show you some of the games I found. So I was kind of surprised at how much stuff I found at 2nd and Charles, and it was all really inexpensive. A lot of these were really underpriced, and 2nd and Charles is really a mixed bag. In my experience, is like sometimes you go in there and everything is just way expensive. Other times you go in there and you find these gems. So anyway, this was one of those days where you found just a lot of cool stuff. So let me go through it real quick. The most interesting thing probably is the Corpse Party Blood Drive for Vita Ever After Edition. This is in really nice shape and complete. It was $20. Probably goes for maybe closer to 40 online, maybe 50. Definitely wanted to get this. It's a Vita game. I don't have a lot of Vita games. The price was really good. And yeah, I think it'll look great on the shelf. I got a couple Wii U games. I think this was 4 and this was 8 maybe. So Sniper Elite V2. These games are cool. In terms of the slow-mo kills and stuff, I'd recommend it. And then this game's pretty good too, Need for Speed Most Wanted U. This one actually has some nice gamepad support. I played it at PAX East when it first came out. This was years and years ago. So again, one of the few Wii U games. I mean, I'm not exactly pushing for Wii U stuff, but when I find interesting stuff, I pick it up. This Agatha Christie game was like $4. It's just a weird mystery puzzle game. I didn't have it. Yeah, what was it? Yeah, $4.95. And I just thought it was neat, so I went for it. All of the DS games were maybe anywhere in like the $2 to $4 range. And so when I look for DS games, because there's so much weird stuff out there, I try and look for things that don't look like, complete shovelware, and then also the publisher. So, for example, we found this Robocalypse. It looked kind of weird. It's published by Tecmo. It only cost $4.95, and it looked kind of interesting, so I went for it. Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword on the DS. This was also pretty inexpensive. This was $6.95. I love Ninja Gaiden in general. I don't know if this game's any good, but for $6.95, I was willing to take a chance on it. This was only $2, Touch Detective. I noticed it was an Atlas game, and it was $2, so I said, why not? Command and Destroy. I think this is kind of like a Missile Command. I'm not really sure, but it was also pretty cheap. What was this, maybe 2 or 3? $4.95. Whatever, so pretty decent. I got one of these Yu-Gi-Oh games. I think this is 8, and then Tank Beat, which was maybe a few bucks. Yeah, $2.95. So, I am trying to build the DS collection right now, and at Second Charles, you can usually find stuff pretty inexpensive for DS, so pretty happy with those. On PS2, we just got a few things, all pretty inexpensive. Star Trek Conquest, Silent Scope 2, Tokyo Extreme Racer Drift, and Star Trek Encounters, all of which I think were maybe in that $4 to $5 range also. Yeah, this was $6.95. This was $4.25. So yeah, nothing too expensive. I actually think I may already have this now that I got home. I can't believe I screwed up like that, so this will probably go up for trade after I clean it up a little bit. But yeah, overall, really good haul from Second & Charles. Really didn't spend that much and got some good stuff. All right, next I think I will show some of the stuff I picked up at this chain, local chain called Cartridges Galore. Actually, next we'll talk about 3 Dreamcast games. There was a small store called, I think, Tournament City Games in Frederick, Maryland that we stopped by. All of these seemed a little below what they probably should be going for, and I either didn't have them or they were upgrades for me, so I went for it. So, Ready to Rumble. You may have seen in a previous video, I actually found this loose recently. $10 is basically less than what the loose price is, so I figured, well, why don't I just get this and I'll flip the loose one and get my money back. Blitz 2000, I think, for $8. Even though it's loose, I don't have it, and I think 8 is pretty reasonable. And then Shadow Man, that was 10. I think this goes for about 20. I do not have this game, and this is probably, I think it's probably one of the better versions of the game. So yeah, pretty cheap pickups at this one store. So we stopped by 2 locations of Cartridges Galore, out first in Hagerstown and then Frederick, coming on our way back. And we definitely got some good stuff. I didn't spend as much as I normally do or get as much stuff, although you probably have already seen the one really nice thing I got. So I'll start with this. This is Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective for the TurboGrafx CD. It's an FMV game. I think this was like $15 in really nice shape. And, maybe it goes for 20 or so online, but I was willing to go for it just because it's obscure and weird, and you don't really see these things out in the wild too much. Also got Super C and Gauntlet in the box. This was $50 and this was $15, I think. Both are below prices. I have these both loose, so what I'm going to probably do is take the carts, whichever carts are better, keep them, and then flip the loose carts. And I think, given the price, if I can recoup, $20, $25, then we got a pretty good deal. Also, I had a gift certificate through their program to get $10 off. So we got $10 off of this. So I thought that was pretty good. The Super C is in really nice shape, so I'm really happy about that. And then the other Cartridges Galore, I picked up these 2. You can already see this didn't have the manual, but I was willing to pay $40 for it anyway. It's Friday the 13th. I have this loose, but complete it goes for like $80. And if all I need is the manual, I'm not too worried about that, so I thought I'd pick that up. And then I paid $70 for this, and I had a $10 off thing, so this was $60. So this isn't the full game. This is just the box and all of the maps and booklets and things like that. It's Dragon Warrior 4. If you're not familiar with this game, it's pretty expensive, pretty hard to find, especially complete in box with all the stuff. So they had just the box with all the booklets, and I thought it was a good time to get it. I've actually owned the loose cart for years and years and years. I picked it up at a FuncoLand one day, but not from FuncoLand. At the time, they weren't taking NES trades, and so A guy brought these games into the store when I happened to be there, and they wouldn't take it. So I said, I'll give you $15 for Dragon Warrior 4. And this was like 20 years ago, and they said yes. So I've had that cart for 20 years, and now I have the box manual and maps and all that other stuff. So this is a real gem. I mean, complete, it goes for maybe $225, $230. So that's probably the best pickup of the day, that box. Really happy to get that. So that's what we got from cartridges. So now I'm going to show you, you know, I think I mentioned that we're doing a pickup of some DS, 3DS stuff. Let me show that off for you. That was a good one too. Yeah, so as I said earlier, just got these on my lunch break, and it was 80 bucks for all this stuff, which is a really good deal, considering one game in particular that I wanted for the collection. I think he actually is interested in doing some trades in the future too, so I sent him some pics of some NES stuff. Anyway, the original idea was there were all these DS games here, and I said I'll give you 50 for the DS games and 3DS games. And he was like, well, why don't you just, you know, would you be willing to do 80 and just take all of the stuff? And I really wasn't looking for all of the stuff, but I was willing to move a little bit on the DS games, and I figured I can use the rest of these, trade them or something, so I said yes. So anyway, it was 80 for all this. I thought it was a really good deal. Rather than take them all out, because I still have to go through them and clean them up and stuff like that, I figured I'd scroll through them this way. So we'll start over here. We have Portal 2 on 360, that'll be traded. Beatles Rock Band I've got. Mass Effect 2 I've got, LA Noire I've got. As you can see, like, he wanted to get rid of these, but I had to take them to make the deal work. Medal of Honor Frontline, Brutal Legend, SOCOM, Spy Hunter on PS2. This one's flipped around. Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec, and Army of Two 40 Day? The 40th day? Whatever. I don't need any of these, so these are all going to go up for trade. But again, it was part of how you get the deal done. There is some PlayStation stuff here. Ratchet & Clank, Full Frontal Assault, Little Big Planet Karting, and Spyro Ripto's Rage. Case is a little beat up, but the art and stuff is still intact on this. I have Spyro, so that'll get traded. I don't know if I have these two. I don't think I do, so I'll probably keep the two PS3 games. And then the best part of it was all the DS stuff. I mean, this was really what I was targeting. And the big target here was this one. So, Mega Man Star Force 2 Zerker Cross Ninja. I don't know that much about this game, but this is pretty hard to find. And so I think this goes for maybe 60, 65. And I didn't have it. It was another DS game for the collection. This is basically what the motivation for going for this entire thing, and I'm happy to pick it up. So that's a good one. And the rest are going to really go up for trade. So Kirby Mass Attack, I'm almost certain I have already. Lego Avengers, I have no interest in. I just don't have space for it. Same for a couple Transformers 3DS games. It's Dark of the Moon and Rise of the Dark Spark. Fast and the Furious Showdown, Phineas and Ferb, Rise of the Guardians, Lego City Undercover, and Ninjago. So nothing too crazy there, but you know, between all the trade bait and stuff like that, we'll definitely be able to recoup our money. I wasn't necessarily looking to get all this stuff. I really just wanted some of it, but as I said, sometimes you have to extend yourself a little bit to get the deal done. So I'm going to cut here. We'll do a little closeout, and that'll be it for this video. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying them. It really helps the channel out. Last couple of videos, their performance has been kind of meh. I don't know if it's just the timing, when I put the things out, the content. I'm not really sure, but you know, it's fine. I just wanted to keep making pickups, keep uploading content, and share with you guys. Again, please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow my Instagram, and hit me up on Instagram if you want to do any trades. As you know from previous videos, we have done trades before. And hopefully I'll have something more to show in the near future. Question for the comments. What's the best pickup you've made recently? What's the best deal you found that you think was a real steal, real bargain for you? Anyway, take care, be safe, wear a mask, take care of one another, and take care. Bye-bye.